Hello, hello, Dad, and
Hello.
everybody. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday, everybody.
So today let me introduce myself. I got to remember to do that, right? I just be trying to get right into it, right, Dad? So Charmaine Armstrong, Kiss Wealth Now. And today our show is called Speaking Facts in 15, and that's what it's going to be called forevermore, right,
Yep,
Dad?
forevermore until we
So
change it.
it never changes, yes. So this is my dad here with me, and I love my dad so much. And I just wanted to have this platform here to introduce you guys to me on a different level, and then also introduce you guys to my dad, and basically us talking about generational growth.
Yes.
Along with wealth and just how we can feed one another's minds, hearts, bodies, and so on. With that being said, let me introduce you to my dad, Juan Stewart.
Hey, what's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? Yeah, but this is Speaking Facts in 15. We're talking about generational growth, like she said. There's passing the knowledge on from one generation to the next, which is one of the reasons that we decided to do this podcast. So you could, like you said, you can get a different side of her and a new side of me. So
that's right. Look at, you can see my DNA. No,
that's right. That's right.
The saying that says the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. If you think I'm funny and corny, then I got it from my dad. No.
Yeah. I'm the original funny and corny, you know. And for those NBA fans, I'm still rooting for the Warriors. So
okay. So, Dad, you notice my sweater?
Yes, you are. There's kisses all over it.
Kisses all over it.
There's kisses all over it. Yeah,
that's right. So it is Kiss. It's Kiss Wealth Now inspired. So today, you guys, we wanted to talk about music and how music has inspired many greats, and how music can really affect your mental health. It can even affect, your just day to day life. How well you accomplish things or not accomplish things. And music is just, there's a lot of studies out there that you said Harvard, right?
Yes. Harvard as one of the more prestigious ones, but there's a lot of studies out there that have pretty much proven that music, of course, it relieves stress, it relieves anxiety, but there are a lot of studies out there, like I said, a Harvard study, one of them, that says that music can even be used in healing, because music allows us to relax to the point where it'll open up levels of our brain that we normally don't allow to be opened up because because we're tense, we're anxious, we're thinking about stuff. Music allows us to let those doors open and let the brain work on a biological level. And it did, like I said, and it has definitely been proven that music can be good. It can be good for us individually, and what's good for us will be good for our families and our communities.
That's right. So in summation, music allows us to improve our quality of life on so many levels, right? Mental, physical, spiritual. And that's why it's so important to, and I don't want to sound old, but it's important to
that's my job.
I know that's your job. That's not yet. I'm still young.
They're sounding old. That's my job.
Right. It's important to control what you're listening to,
yes.
to a certain extent. If you're trying to clean the house, what song are you putting on? If you're trying to, achieve some goals and have some deadlines to meet, what are you listening to? Working out, what is it? So I want to talk about a couple of my favorite songs, but we're also going to talk about some famous people who could be considered as greats. And when we say greats, of course, that is a matter of opinion. Right, Dad?
Well, greatness is something that is an individual endeavor that is acknowledged by a collective. It is, but it is definitely an individual endeavor. We have to think we're great before anybody else will. So that is, that part is definitely individual.
So my songs, and you guys and who are watching, please, let me know if y'all agree.
Looks like we got a freeze. Do we have a freeze? I think we got a freeze. Oh, there you are.
Betty White. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay, so I love Betty White's Cleanup Woman. When I was young, listening to that, I had no idea. I didn't know what she was singing about. But I was like,
It sounds good.
somebody's getting her baby's love, but that's one of the songs that, get you going and get you moving, right?
Right.
You know,
Right.
and then even a song right now that is actually controversial and in my opinion should not be, and I pray to God I don't step on anybody's toes, but if I do, it's okay. Again, this is just open dialogue. But Aretha Franklin's Natural Woman, that was the epitome, her singing about what it meant to be a woman to her and many women,
Right.
like, this was a song that they could stand behind and that they loved, and it makes you feel good. Now, of course, today that song is trying to be banned because they're saying natural woman, there's a whole nother time. We don't.
Well, I think we're gonna have to, we might step on a couple of toes, but I think we're talking to the natural women. We're talking to the women who like being women, and that's no knock on anybody who has decided to change their gender or identify.
Okay, I don't know what my internet is doing today.
Who?
I said my internet is acting up today.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it might be longer than 15 minutes if my internet keeps doing this. But I was saying, Aretha Franklin's Natural Woman, that's a song that I love. And it's like I said, today it's controversial. I don't believe it should be, but Dad,
like I was just saying that without intentionally, like you said, trying to step on anybody's toes. And in this podcast, we're talking to the natural women. We're talking to women who enjoy being women, who aspire to grow from womanhood, and understand that womanhood and manhood are two parts of a whole. And we don't step on anyone's toes who decides to identify, with a different gender or whatever. But we are reaching out to people that we think we can reach. And yeah, and I had sent Charlemagne so Natural Woman, yes, and that's one of my favorite. Aretha sang so many songs. I just have to say that Aretha made songs popular with Black people that no one else would have made popular. They probably would not have even tried. Like The Weight, the song by the band. And when I say the Weight, people wouldn't recognize it, but the lyric, take a load off and take a load for free. That song is called The Weight. Now the original version is by a group called The Band, which was one of the first rock and roll bands, which now considered the classic area of rock. But not a lot of Black people identify with the band's version, but Aretha brought it home with some soul food. So she has helped us to cross boundaries and genres. Aretha has done classical music, has sung opera music. She's just so accomplished. Right. I had sent Charlemagne an email with because we were talking about music, and I came across on YouTube. I was just kind of scrolling, and I came across Michelle Obama's playlist.
Okay, now let's have a little snippet of that. Let's see. Let me find it here.
Okay, now these are just a few songs that were on her playlist, and I just made snippets out of a few of them, just to kind of get an idea of what she's listening to.
So now this song here, I'm not sure if I.
It's called Black Truck, and I guess now that song is it can't hide the love she's feeling.
And so and they say that someone's playlist can definitely tell a lot about them,
And that song is Drive and Disconnect, because we use driving to disconnect from our stress sometimes, and I can see the First Lady needing to, maybe, or even on the way up, needing to drive and disconnect a little bit.
Right. And that's what we're trying to do with this. We're trying to give people that 15 minutes, but kind of let y'all know what we were a musical household. Yes. I remember growing up, laying on the couch, watching my dad play the drums, the guitar, singing vocals. See, he was a one-man band, though. He was on the keyboards, trying to find harmony and notes, and even inspired me as a young girl to have a little group with my friend. Now we didn't make it up to SWB's, level, but in our minds, we was all that,
Yeah. And, and it's funny because I actually ended up singing with your adopted sister, my niece, with Misa Malone in a group, and
that's right.
we were very popular. So there's that generational thing again. So
that's right. Where you're getting old, I'm not. No. And so, Dad, why did you get into music? Because we have right now in schools. That's another topic where music is not in schools like it used to be. Instruments, and again, there's studies out there that proves that music improves your mental health, your spiritual health. It inspires you. It opens up so many doors for you. So, do you think you were able to get into music because it was in school? Like, you had the option.
Definitely, definitely, music and sports and even recess, all those things were staple parts of going to school when I was young, and yeah, I grew up listening to Ray Charles and all the stuff, and and old Stevie, and of course coming into the Motown era with the Temps and Marvin and all those, and then when they offered. They had a school orchestra, and I started playing viola, which classical music open. And that's the thing about music, like I was saying at the beginning, is that if you'll allow yourself to hear what someone else has to say, you can learn a lot about that person, a lot about their culture, about their goals, about their dreams. But like you were also saying, we have to be careful what we listen to, because like we're always saying, thoughts become things. So we want to be able to kiss our wealth in a positive way. We want the thoughts that we have to generate positive things. So, since thoughts are seeds that become things, we need the music we listen to needs to be empowering us. And that was the point of bringing up Michelle Obama, or even the music that has inspired you, because you're, a dominant, powerful Black woman, so. But
and so one thing that my dad, you just said that I didn't know, and audience, y'all heard it too. I didn't know that my dad played the viola, and I played the viola. You remember that?
Yeah.
I didn't know that you had played it.
Yep, I played from third grade all the way through high school. Played first chair. Won competitions and stuff. I haven't played in a while, but the knowledge of music, of the treble clef and the bass clef and how to read the notes and everything, that hasn't totally left me, even after all these years. And it has helped me to definitely be a better singer and other things. So
Capri said yes, and Kathy said, oh, yes. And somebody said, sing that hook again. Yeah, I'm going to sing my hook. And this, I'm teasing when I do this, but I always inserted my name in this song. So it was SWB's, say my name. And of course, how it goes, say my name, say my name. So in that part, I would always say, Charlemagne, Charlemagne, when no one is around you. Now, of course, I can't sing no more, y'all.
Actually, she could, but she's been talking to y'all for so many years. Her voice just became hoarse. She just been talking at y'all and talking at y'all.
I've been talking and talking. Okay, so now,
in case you were talking about what I sang out, the way you talking about, take a load off Annie, take a load for free, take a load off Annie, and you take the load right off me. So yeah.
Right. So we're echoing now. Are we done echoing? Can you hear me? Okay, perfect. Okay. So Dad, this is Capri, my business partner, and so I wanted to bring her in because again we're trying not to run over, but today we did really, really good, and we're not finished yet. But I wanted to bring Capri in because we spoke about this last week, Dad, about Flee, the nonprofit that is basically providing education from biblical level. Remember we talked about that? And one of the things I keep saying over and over again is that the things that we learn, we want them to be taught, but and sometimes they have to be caught. Those things, those lessons have to be caught. So if you catch them, you usually hold on to them and you remember them. So that's what Flea's objective is to put people in a room together. So where we're in an environment that we're able to learn, but of course, catch those important things that we can take with us and tell other people about. So with that
Exactly.
being said, Capri, go ahead and
Now I cannot sing, so you guys are gonna have
oh,
to
well,
give
you
me
can start off
Perfect.
singing.
give me a lot of grace, not a little grace. But thank you for having me. I'm not gonna hold you long. I was telling you to sing that hook again because you sound pretty good.
Oh, well, thank you, ma'am.
You sound pretty good. I really appreciate it. We're gonna have our first, well, I wouldn't say first, but our first financial literacy ministry course this Saturday. Our nonprofit has been around since 2015. Our mission is to actually educate our community for financial literacy to make sure we can bridge the gap and mainly
Right.
just catch the up and coming generation. And
Yeah.
for those that are of age, meaning in our era, they're willing to change the trajectory of their mindset. That's what we're there for too. So we're gonna catch the old and the new. And our goal is just to educate them from anywhere from what do you call it, the financial psychology all the way to retirement and entrepreneurship. So I was blessed to have Charlemagne agree to help me with this ministry. And her and a few other people are going to help me facilitate it. So what we're doing is we're bringing in experts. It's not just me. It takes a village, just like we do everything else. We're raising kids. It's going to take a village to make this happen. We do understand it's not going to happen overnight. So it is taught from a biblical perspective. So the entire theme has a perspective, and then each individual course, they're going to come in to the actual congregation. We're going to be in the pulpit. I was like, I'm nervous.
Yeah, yeah.
Gotta make sure I don't slip up and say the wrong word in there. But God knows He's working on me. But nonetheless, we're going to have our first one. It's the 7 tips to receive financial favor. And what we're doing is we're helping them understand. We're going to start fresh with identifying why and how did you get where you are right now here today. So
Right.
we're going to tap into the psychology of it. Like, you think the way you think, you do the things you do because of your product of your environment. This was instilled into you either through your parents, your community, or family and friends. And we want to make sure it could be good, bad, or indifferent, but we want to try to get you a little closer to financial favor. So it's going to be a series of courses, and your daughter has blessed me. Maybe we can get you to come in and do some
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah. I would like to come in. I was going to say I work in the nonprofit sector, and I'm glad that you're looking at it from here. One of the things that I've been saying every week, and I'll make sure I keep it PG, but there's a song, "Good Thoughts, Bad Thoughts," by Funkadelic, and it says that every thought felt as true or allowed to be accepted as true by your conscious mind takes root in your subconscious, blossoming sooner or later into an act and bears its own fruit. Good thoughts bring forth good fruit, and the thoughts rot your meat. So, but
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? So yeah, but thoughts become things. So we have to change the way we think in order to change the way we are.
Exactly.
You know?
And they're just going to receive counsel and advice from people that's been through all walks of life. The
Right.
church is for everyone. They say, come as you are. And we're going to be very transparent and tell our stories, because I've had
That's
many
right.
peaks and valleys as well. And I'm sure your daughter, she's experienced it, because in life, in order for you to receive wisdom, you have to go through some things to learn from.
Yeah. You
So
do.
we're just going to be very transparent, because they only see the end result. They don't know
No,
what we've dealt with.
they need to see the going through. I think it was a C.S. Lewis, I think, the writer and author, that said, "Experience a brutal teacher, but oh, do we learn."
Amen.
That's right.
So
Amen.
you gotta have the experience.
Yep.
It is,
Right.
and that's what's one of the things that's wrong with the disconnect with our young people, is that if a person's about to go through something, somebody, oh, well, we don't want them to go through that, so we're gonna if they get in trouble, we're gonna keep on bailing them out of jail. Well, if you keep on bailing them out of jail, they're not learning nothing, and they keep making the same mistake. So we gotta quit. We gotta take personal responsibility and quit saying that the things that afflict our community is somebody else's fault.
Amen.
You know,
They say you spare the rod, you spoil the child.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yes.
So, and the crutches have become a way of life instead of a person has to fall. A true fact, kind of going back to what you said, Capri, is that, if a person is able to give you advice, then chances are they've been through it, and when you've fallen and you've lifted yourself back up, there's so many things that you can accomplish because you understand what happened, how did you fall, you know, and making sure that you have the people around you who are going to help lift you back up, you know. I think I said last week, you know, and I even posted it, you know, you can have 6 to 8 pallbearers put you in the ground, but what do you have the same 6 to 8 people that are going to carry you in life? Then you guys are all going to vibe off of one another. You're going to provide the support you need, because we all, and I say this, you know, and I tease, we all have a disability. Okay. But if I can learn how to use my disability as a gift, then I'm winning. You know,
that's the trick.
Else how to do the same thing. We're winning.
That's the trick, is to overcome our imperfections to the glory of the one that created us. But we have to overcome our perfections. We can't run from them. We have to overcome them. Because that's a part of it. When you overcome them, they become a part of you. And the imperfection might be something that we're doing. The situation itself might not have even been wrong or incorrect, but how we're approaching it, how we're doing it.
That's so true.
You know,
so we're about to change the whole trajectory. We're calling it the takeover.
That's right. That's right.
I know, right? Yes. So you guys,
yes, I would love to be involved with your event.
Tasha,
thank you.
So yeah, Daniel, I'll send you the address. So Capri, real quick, what's the address?
The address. Let me double check. I have it right
While
here.
she's pulling that up, Tasha, thank you for tuning in. Tasha said, "Come on with the quotes." Tawanda said, "Amen." Thank you for tuning in. Capri was on there. You know, I just got a text from a friend, Natura. Thank you for watching. She said she loves it. Hey, Kathy, thank you for tuning in. So we just appreciate y'all taking time out of your busy day. And when you leave this show, hopefully you will play a song that will inspire you, that will give you the energy to carry you through the day, you know, and through the week, you know, just that, it puts you in that mindset, you know. So Capri, while you tell us the address.
It is this Saturday, March 18th from 2 to 4 p.m. Please be prompt, because I will start. She'll tell you I'm like an OCD perfectionist. I will start on time. So if you're a part of our team, make sure you're there at 1 p.m. for setup, or if you would like to just, you know, come in and lend a helping hand, because it is from a ministry perspective. So if you want to be a part of it and just provide your services or your talents, you can arrive at 1 p.m. We're located at Mount Horeb Beltline Baptist Church. The address is 1520 West Beltline Road. It is in Lancaster, Texas, 75146. If you're familiar with that area, it's right on the corner of Beltline and Blue Grove. You will see, the neighborhood Walmart, the small one. It's a neighborhood Walmart adjacent to us, and then it's an elementary school. You can't miss it. It's sitting right on the corner. So one more time, Mount Horeb Beltline, HORB Baptist Church, 1520 West Beltline Road in Lancaster. This Saturday, 2 to 4.
Saturday. And with that being said, what we going out with is, Dad, come on, sing us out.
Oh, come on, that's one of my jams.
Let's see. Okay, I think I hear it. Through devotion. Oh, I was a little ahead of myself. Right.
Hey, Diana.
It's coming.
We get through with the good devotion.
I know, right? We can get through the devotion, right? Come on, where's that? Come on.
Okay, I think it's about to start.
It is.
Yeah, there you go.
Devotion. Blessed are the children. Teachers that bring true love to men.
Okay, that's right. Hey,
one more. Good
devotion.
That's right.
I can't hear it.
So y'all, hopefully y'all got your devotion today.
That's right.
Again, play what makes you happy, healthy, and merry. And we'll pray to see y'all on Saturday. Bye, y'all.
That's right. And see you on the next Facts in 15 next week. See y'all
next week.
All right. Bye-bye. Thanks, Charlamagne.